Wenatchee is gorgeous in the spring with its lush green rolling hills, abundant wildflowers everywhere, and the views of the Columbia River. The local food scene offers an abundant selection of authentic international cuisines featuring the unique farm-fresh ingredients of the region. Wenatchee is also home to award-winning wines, handcrafted hard ciders, and a talented handful of local brewers producing fine craft beers. Visit Wenatchee, the heart of Washington State.
$20 million, $19 million, $6 million. These are all awards recovered for clients of Phillips Law Firm. To win big, you have to fight big. And Phillips Law has been fighting the too-big-to-fail insurance industry for decades. Not every case will have a multi-million-dollar outcome, but Phillips Law will fight just as hard to recover the outcome you deserve. If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident or on the job, call or click today at 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. It's our loud and local band of the week, Assertion. It's our loud and local band of the week, Assertion. You want to find out how you can get their music? Just go to the BJ and Migs page of KISW.com.
Their debut LP is called Intermission. The full record's coming out in, I believe, next week. But you can hear a couple songs already. And it features drummer William Goldsmith. And for us drummer nerds, we know him. Drummer for the Foo Fighters back in the day, and also drummer for Sunny Day Real Estate.
And man, if you're liking local music, you're going to love Sunday nights here on The Rock. Tune in at 8 o'clock because that's when you're going to hear Loud and Local, a 2-hour show with great, really local music from the Pacific Northwest. Bands like Assertion.
Let's play Beat Mix.
I will beat anyone that calls in to play the game. He's smarter than you. He'll make you look lame. 60 seconds on the clock. You're going down and I'm gonna rock. It's time to play the game. So everybody scream his name. Beat Mix. Don't be a loser. Whoa, Beat Mix. You're a loser.
It is time to beat Mix, and we've made it. It's Friday. Oh, that Daniel, he's jumping. Whoa.
Happy Friday, everyone.
Oh, yeah.
Hope you have a fun weekend. Hey,
Yeah,
everybody.
baseball is back. The Mariners had a great win last night,
Huge
starting off
win.
the 2021 season. It's just all getting ready.
It was a weird win, though. I went to bed knowing this team was going to pull through.
yeah.
Did you? Woke up this morning, not a big surprise.
Well, it's kind of interesting because they call the win a walk-off win usually when basically you get a hit and then you walk off because you won, but they literally were walked into and walked off to the win as a walk, and a bunch of other walks got them the victory.
It was like 3 walks led to that win.
Yeah, and,
Waka waka.
It's a really good comeback because if you were watching that game, Steve went to bed later than me on that one because I left it 5-0. Steve left it 6-1.
Wow.
We were just like, okay, Gossman is just killing us. This isn't our day today. And then the big 6-run inning, baby.
So you're saying there's a chance?
Well, clearly, the beautiful thing is no matter how good a starter is in baseball, they usually only go 5 or 6 innings, and then you got to bring in the bullpen. And if your bullpen is not that great, sometimes the team is going, please get that starter out of there. Let's feast on the bullpen.
And if they ended the season right now, they'd have a perfect record.
Damn straight.
So congratulations to the Mariners.
See us rise.
Yeah, thanks. I know you're trying, Rev.
I'm trying.
There's 161 other games we got to think about here.
All right, then fine. Let's get to our contestant. We got Chris in Auburn. Chris, are you there?
I'm here. Good morning.
Good morning,
Chris.
All right, Steve, get out of here. For those playing at home, Chris will have 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. Chris, you can pass all you want, but you will only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Ready.
Retired baseball player Barry Bonds played for the Pittsburgh Pirates and what other team?
San Diego Padres.
No.
Ooh. Yankees.
No.
Dodgers.
No. Alanis Morissette had the 90s hit song Hand in My What?
Pocket.
Yes. The first Del Taco opened in what U.S. state?
California.
Yes. The Colts are a football team from what city?
Indianapolis.
Yes. The corn chip brand Fritos were first introduced in what decade?
20s, 30s, 40s.
30s, yes. Who played Andy Dwyer in the sitcom Parks and Rec?
Rainn Wilson.
No.
Oh my God. Steve Carroll.
No.
Pass.
Tourists often kiss what famous stone in Ireland?
The Blarney Stone.
Yes. What are the Big Dipper and Orion examples of in the night sky?
Constellations.
Yes. Who played Lieutenant Dan Taylor in Forrest Gump?
Gary Sinise.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Correct.
Not too shabby.
Not bad. I'm stoned off my ass and still did pretty good.
All right. It's a good Friday for you then, isn't it?
Well, remember,
Yes,
we saw Doug Benson after Super Jaime. He actually got smarter.
It's
He
true.
got better.
It's
Yeah,
true. So, you know what?
you know.
The old weed makes you better.
Anecdotally, we've
Not my
got 2
best
people.
score, but I'll take it.
All right, well, listen, 7 is still a darn good score. And
Yeah.
here comes Steve.
Here comes Steve.
Hello.
Steve,
Yeah.
right now, well, it's looking bleak, but there's always a chance. Just like the Mariners.
Ooh, look at that.
Yeah.
Are you saying I'm down 6-1? What will happen now?
Fairly close.
Oh.
Are you ready?
Oh, yes.
Because technically you have 0 at this point.
Somebody said, Steve, you need to dedicate this win to the undefeated Seattle Mariners.
Exactly.
See us rise.
Yeah.
That's our hashtag.
Oh, okay.
Hashtag SEA us rise.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's witty.
You know
I
what?
like that.
I give them credit because they always have to come up with a new thing. Like it's now time. You know what I mean?
Mojo.
Yeah, to feel the real or something. I don't know.
Shoot it a blue.
That's it. Yeah, they had
Now it's
see
us rise.
see us rise. Okay.
All right. Steve, are you ready?
Oh, yeah!
Retired baseball player Barry Bonds played for the Pittsburgh Pirates and what other team?
San Francisco Giants.
Yes. Alanis Morissette had the 90s hit song Hand in My What?
Pocket.
Yes.
You know, they're giving a hot pot or something, I think.
Yes. The first Del Taco opened in what U.S. state?
California.
Yes. The Colts are a football team from what city?
Annapolis.
Yes. The
Wow.
corn chip brand Fritos was first introduced in what decade?
The 60s.
No.
50s.
No.
70s.
No. Who played Andy Dwyer in the sitcom Parks and Rec?
Crap. Chris Evans.
No.
Chris Pratt.
Yes. Tourists often kiss what famous stone in Ireland?
The Blarney Stone.
Yes. What are the Big Dipper and Orion examples of in the night sky?
Constellations.
Yes. Who played Lieutenant Dan Taylor in Forrest Gump?
Gary Sinise.
Yes. Who starred as the $6 Million Man?
Steve Austin.
No.
Oh, that's the name of him. Lee Majors.
Yes. And Steve, you win! Comeback of the century! 9-7!
I thought I had a perfect 10.
No.
all right.
Nope. You missed the corn chips.
I was
there.
going to slightly nitpick on that, but I don't know if actually Chris got this one right. Did Chris get the Colts question right?
Yes, he did.
Okay, then it wouldn't have mattered because I think this might be the first time in your history, Rev, where you gave an answer to the second edition of Beat Migs. You actually gave it in the first one because you had said, "What are the team colors of the Indianapolis Colts?" earlier today.
I did, yeah.
Yeah, so you actually gave Steve the answer to that question in the first
Appreciate
one.
you. I was paying attention,
Good job.
too.
Well, if Chris was paying attention, he would have gotten it as well.
Well, he already got
would
it
have known that anyway.
Thank you. Rev didn't need to. I didn't need
I
help.
should have known the
I
Barry
know.
Bonds one. I blanked.
Oh, that's the Pirates, man. He played for the Pirates.
Well, the Giants is the answer.
Yeah, the Giants was the answer for that one.
Yeah.
Oh, I really
Yeah.
used...
Because I said he played for the Pirates and one other team.
Oh, you didn't know the Giants. Jeez, I totally misheard that, and I thought, well, I can't blame the guy. He didn't get
Man,
the Pirates.
don't rub it in.
Right?
I
Yeah.
would have gotten the Pirates. I had his rookie card.
And you don't know that Barry Bonds played for the Giants in all those steroid years? You didn't know that, huh?
I haven't been watching baseball since Ken Griffey Jr. was playing.
Okay,
you
that's
remember?
a long time. Yeah,
There's
all
Bonds
right.
and Bonilla on the Pirates.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly. Bobby Bonilla.
Yep. And
Yeah.
Barry Bonds did not look the same size when he
No, he
ended
did
up in
not.
San
I mean,
Francisco.
a lot of these young players get a little bigger because they're still growing, but not
True.
to the level of Barry Bonds. That was insane.
He upped his protein.
Yeah, he sure did.
He looked like he was inflated at that point.
Well, Chris,
oh, there we go.
sorry, buddy. You did lose, but you know what?
Slow roll on that.
I didn't forget.
The only one that you did miss, Chris did get correct. The Fritos were first introduced in the 30s.
The 30s for Fritos.
30s, a long time ago.
Now I
That's
want some
insane.
Fritos.
Oh, dude, the chili cheese Fritos.
They're
so good.
Just had a bag of them recently.
Really?
I should admit these things.
Congratulations.
I want to give a quick shout out because, you know, Steve, I don't know if you were watching the game last night. You may not have noticed. But you know, obviously everybody wanted to see Kyle Lewis. Unfortunately, he's nursing a bruised knee, I believe. So he's our rookie of the year. But the dude that made the team, and it's a great story for this kid, was Taylor Trammell. And his family was there. You know, it's the first time he ever played in the big leagues. That's always a great moment when that happens. And the kid had a couple of walks last night, and important walks. So he had a nice little showing, which he didn't get out there and get a flashy hit. But here's what I really liked about last night's win. The Mariners seem to be a lot more patient at the plate, making these pitchers make their pitches. And if this is what this team's going to be like, they are going to be a fun team to watch. Of course, they can play great defense. We know that. But I really thought, I love it when you get to see a kid for the first time get his first at-bats in the major league, and he's got his girlfriend and I think his mom or dad. They were all at the stadium last night
And
to witness this.
Then he throw out Longoria.
Yeah. So, I mean,
with a sweet toss.
And that had to be an instant replay one, and I thought he got robbed, and I was hoping the replay would overturn that, and it did. But what a good night for Trammell. And again, his first big league game, and he, like you said, he prevented a run. I mean, there's a very strong possibility that Longoria could have scored.
Yep.
And he helped score a run with a good walk. So. I want to know,
baby. 1-0. Let's go 2-0 tonight.
Dude, it's a good team. There's players you may not know, but they're young and they're really good. I'm excited for this Mariners team. I was really stoked watching it last night.
Yeah, full disclosure, if somebody said you have to name all of them or I'm going to chop off your foot, the entire starting lineup, I'd be like, well, just take my foot.
Kyle Seager's still there.
Games.
You can say Kyle Seager. Right. He's still there anyway. He's probably the only guy. And Mitch Haniger, he was back.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Haniger.
Haniger's back. So you got him. Don't you got his cat with the cool
Marco
hair?
Gonzalez. I got that.
Yeah, well, hopefully Marco figures it out. It was not a great game for him.
He's playing an April Fool's prank.
Yeah, that's what it was. It is time for Listeners on the Loose. You pick the topic. You guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. Whatever you want to talk about, we got your calls. We got your texts. On the Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. It's Listeners on the Loose. You pick the topic. You guide the show at 206-421-ROCK. You can also text us at 77999. Listeners on the Loose brought to you by Snoqualmie Casino. And let me just say this to you. You know you got opinions. You know you got words that need to be heard. But Steve still has rules, man.
It's a simple rule, BJ, and you can't break it like on Wheel of Fortune. So you have to show some energy and bring it. Otherwise, we will gong you and then say goodbye.
Goodbye, old friend.
206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999.
Somebody just texted in saying, if you guys were placed in witness protection, where would you want to be relocated to?
Ooh. Well,
This is actually being talked about on the TV show Good Girls right now.
Oh, are they in a new season? They're in a new season.
New season's great so far. I love that show.
That's really good. Good for Christina Hedrick, who I believe she's on that show, and
she's one of the producers too. I think
it's got to be their third or fourth season.
I believe this is season 4, maybe.
Damn,
I'm pretty sure it's season 4. It could be season 5.
Wow. Well, that's a heck of a success for her. Good for her. Well, for me, you take me to someplace sunny. I suppose they know where my wife is, so I guess we couldn't pick California. So
you can't go there.
How about Hawaii then? I'll go to Hawaii.
Ooh, a small island on Hawaii, or
I want Maui. I'll take Maui if I have to choose an island.
Yeah, I guess I'm just trying to think of I'd have to be somewhere people wouldn't think to find you. Don't they usually put you in some really random small town?
Yeah. See, well, that's the
Spokane.
thing.
I want to go to Spokane.
Some random small town.
You don't think they would? You don't think they would look in the same state you're from?
No, they'd be like, this Indian's not going to stay in the same state.
All right, well. Yeah, I don't think you get. See, this is a weird question because you're right, Steve. You really don't get to pick, and it's going to be some podunk place that we don't know about. Therefore, I don't know where to pick. I suppose region. I want to be in a warm region. I'll do that. I want to be someplace warm.
I'm going to do Spokane, and I want to still get to work in the radio world, and I'm going to change my name to Pete Figs.
Yeah, nobody will ever know that that's you. Yeah,
right.
Yeah, nobody will ever.
No, the Pete Figs sounds very familiar.
Yeah, you wonder is he on the radio? No, he could be that stupid to stay in the same state and have the same job. You're right. You're going to foil these people.
And I'll find someone named AJ, and we'll do AJ and Figs in the morning.
They will never ever figure it out.
Well, no. In order to throw them off the track, do it in the afternoon,
or night.
Oh, at night.
But it needs to be Figs and AJ. So they wouldn't get completely thrown off.
Oh, yeah, now I'm completely... Yeah, I don't even know who you are. I would never even think you were the guy I was wanting to kill.
No one's going to find me that way.
Yeah, that's a fact.
All right, where are you staying, Danny?
Oh, Ireland, 100%.
You're leaving the country.
I'm leaving the country. I am out.
Bye.
I'm going to go...
Ireland?
Yeah, I'm going to go hang out in a small little town in Ireland where I could walk and get my Guinness beer every day. And
have you been to Ireland, Danny?
No, I want to go.
It's fun.
Well, that's one way to get the vacation, too.
Yeah.
So it's a BS, Meg. Just go to Chimacum. Yeah, that would be
probably right.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and it would be Dong Lover Dong Lover 69 would be your new name on the radio.
Maybe I should just change it now.
There you go. Yeah, in the morning.
Yeah, BJ and Dong Lovers. I'm sure that'll be fine.
You know what? Together, that's not a good idea.
No.
Part audacious, part lovers of something else.
Odyssey presents the newest show.
Oh, dear.
All right. Has Vicky picked a place yet?
She's looking on a map right now.
I know.
BJ.
I was looking at different places.
Of course she is.
Because I was thinking, Mexico, but I have a lot of family there. They might think to look for me in Mexico.
Of course they would.
Exactly.
Mexico's it's a big country. There's got to be someplace you can hide out in Mexico.
It's not like
Right.
one little tiny place.
But I also want to hide out from family. If they know I'm there, they're going to come make the trek to find me and visit me. I don't want to have to deal with family.
And everybody will find you through your family. So you're right. Yeah, all right. So never mind. No Mexico.
So I want to go to Ibiza.
Oh, I hear that's pretty. I mean,
Right.
is it beaches and stuff?
I like that we're all going to places that we want to vacation to.
Yeah.
Duh.
Well,
if we can pick it, why?
I picked Spokane.
Spokane's cool.
I know.
It's okay. It's not vacation worthy.
Well, that's
No,
your
it's
fault.
not.
It's a good place to go when you're wasted with your buddies for a hockey tournament. May it rest in peace. It's supposed to be this weekend.
Oh, that's sorry.
right.
It's not my fault you weren't more creative. But the cool thing with being in Spain area is that you can just hop on a train and go to a bunch of different European countries to hang out, too. So
Couldn't go to Barcelona, though.
I couldn't go?
No, because
your last
name.
Yes.
Vicky Barcelona.
Yes.
Hello.
I would have been there. So I'm good.
That's the first place they would go.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'd skip it. It's fine.
Rev, where are you going?
I'm going to Weed, California.
Good pick.
It's a small town, and I can start my farming career.
Oh, cool.
What are you farming?
Weed.
Okay. Do you think that if Rev? I mean. Okay.
Are you seriously going to be a farmer? Because I can't see it.
I could be a farmer. I could get some overalls and just walk around wearing a straw hat with some hay in my mouth.
There's more to farming than just what you wear.
Are you sure?
I'm not. Actually, I'm not sure.
He's a play farmer, and everything he's learned from South Park.
Yeah, they'll have to teach me how to farm if they're going to put me in witness relocation.
Yeah. It's going to be Integrity Farms Part 2.
Nice text sound saying, congratulations, Steve, for being on the cover of 253 Lifestyle Magazine. I can't wait to check out the article. Article is free for anyone to check out. It's a digital thing. Just type in 253 Magazine, and my face is on the cover, so you can just click on that and you can check out the article, the Q&A, and all the cool stuff.
I have a question about that.
Yes.
Because I was looking at the cover and I was puzzled. Is that a place in your house?
Yes, that's my living room. No, I'm kidding. Actually, that is for those that might be a fan of improv comedy and go to like improv comedy shows. You might be like, that looks kind of familiar. The weird Hulk Hogan holding a Hulk Hogan puppet and some other weird art in the background. That's CZ Comedy Sports, CSZ in Fremont. It's there.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, one of our buddies that we train with, he runs Comedy Sports, Alex. And so right now, of course, nothing is going on. So we needed a place to keep our ring. And so that's become like a storage place for the ring. And so when they were doing the photo shoot, they were like, hey, we want to do some pictures at the radio station, but we also want to do something that shows like things that you're passionate about. And we know that you wrestle. Is there something we could do with that? I'm like, well, I have access to a ring. And they're like, perfect. And I'm like, and my child has a replica version of the championship belt that I have. And that picture didn't make it into the magazine, but they just sent me some of the outtakes. So I'll be sure to share them on my social media. But
oh, yeah, please do. I'd like to see some of those shots.
So that's just a lobby of a comedy club, basically.
That's awesome, though, because I was like, if he's got that in his house, man, he's really set this place up. He was like, I'm putting my foot down and I'm going to decorate the living room.
BJ, you know my wife. You really think I could get a wrestling ring put into my house?
I was impressed for a minute. I was like, this is because you're wearing the same gray shirt. I think, right? The shirt you bought?
Yes.
For the shoot?
Yes.
That's why for some reason I thought, man, is that in his house? Because I didn't realize, you went mobile. So look at you. You know what? You look everywhere you went. You look 253 magazine ready.
Well, yeah, we quickly came over to the station, took some pictures, and went over to the wrestling ring, take some pictures all in one day. So I was wearing the same thing.
Hey, you look good. I have to say it right now. And so where can they get this?
Just type in 253lifestylemagazine.com.
Nice.
And it's right there. And just click on the picture of me.
You're the centerfold.
I am the centerfold. Oh, wow.
Yes.
Yeah. For the month, Steve is the king of the 253 for this month.
That's right.
Yeah.
And they have a Q&A. It's cool because you get to see a picture of little baby Tatum in there hanging out at the radio station, which I thought was kind of fun.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's a great pick, and also some cool stuff that if you don't know about Steve Miggs, there's some really cool stuff about what drives Steve, what motivates him.
I like that they called me a Renaissance man. I thought that was hot.
Yeah, that was super fancy, and I was like, wow. I had to look that word up and go, really? Steve's a Renaissance man? All right,
I kept looking. I was like, last night I was just trolling my wife. She was getting someone. I'm like, how's it feel to be married to a Renaissance man?
Yeah, that's right.
And BJ, I also had to Google it to figure out what they meant by that.
Yeah,
I kind of knew, but I was like, let me make sure it's not an insult.
You know what? You got a month of this. Your wife is going to have to tolerate this for the full month you're on the cover. That's just how it's going to be.
Well, the agreement was, because I'm not going to be able to, because they took a bunch of pictures of all of us. So I was like, if they have a picture of all three of us, I was kind of like, hoping that that'd be kind of a great memory to be able to share with Tatum when she gets older. If that was the cover, I was like, I'm blowing that bitch up and I'm putting it in a frame and it's going to be in our house. Like that. And she's like, and as long as it looks good, sure. But, a picture of just me, that's just a little too narcissistic to put up in the house as like a giant framed picture.
That's why you got to bring it to the radio station and put it in the studio.
Yes.
Of course.
Paint a mural on the building.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. That goes without saying. You pick the topic. You guide the show. It is Listeners on the Loose, 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. More of your calls, more of your texts at 933 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
Wenatchee is gorgeous in the spring with its lush green rolling hills, abundant wildflowers everywhere, and the views of the Columbia River. The local food scene offers an abundant selection of authentic international cuisines featuring the unique farm-fresh ingredients of the region. Wenatchee is also home to award-winning wines, handcrafted hard ciders, and a talented handful of local brewers producing fine craft beers. Visit Wenatchee, the heart of Washington State.
$20 million, $19 million, $6 million. These are all awards recovered for clients of Phillips Law Firm. To win big, you have to fight big. And Phillips Law has been fighting the too-big-to-fail insurance industry for decades. Not every case will have a multi-million-dollar outcome, but Phillips Law will fight just as hard to recover the outcome you deserve. If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident or on the job, call or click today at 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
New on Curiosity Stream, Deformed trees, mutated wildlife, and no humans for miles. 10 years after the disaster at Fukushima, see what this irradiated ecosystem can teach us about nuclear fallout on Radioactive Forest. Plus, looking for the most diverse marine life on the planet? Dive into the Coral Triangle and experience a frenzy of wildlife you've got to see to believe on nature's greatest secret. It's all on CuriosityStream. Annual plans are $20, just $1.67 a month. Visit CuriosityStream.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. It's listeners on the loose. You pick the topic, you guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999.
Somebody had a question for you, BJ, about baseball.
Oh, the baseball.
Since BJ is such a rules and baseball nerd, what is his take on the Bellinger home run fiasco yesterday?
You know what? I am oblivious to the Bellinger home run fiasco that happened yesterday. Can you sum that up for me? Because I did not see any replays or highlights or anything.
I saw a blurb about it, and I was like, what the hell just happened? So that the headline I saw was that Cody Bellinger hit a home run and then was called out before he could finish his run. And the reason being, he hits a line, it looks like a line drive, hits the player on the other team's glove, goes out, so it's a home run. He did not realize that it went out. So he started... so I guess he was trotting back, and one of the other players that was on base was trotting back, and they crossed paths, and you can't do that.
Oh, right, you can't do that.
So the guy that was on base, Justin Turner, was able to finish his rounds around the bases, and so Cody got the RBI. It was deemed a single, but was also called out because
he ran past Turner.
Yeah,
that's an old rule. It seems dumb to me because. It's a home run. It's just like, and I always thought, when you think about it in today's times, you're just running around the bases just as a formality.
Right.
But there is an old school rule in baseball that you cannot run faster than the other guy and score. You have to let, I guess it's, that you're only as good as the slowest runner on the base paths. Usually that comes into play when the ball stays in the park, but it does apply to home runs. So I think it's lame. It's kind of like Wheel of Fortune's whole thing.
Yeah.
He hit it out of the park. That's a guaranteed home run in my mind. And if anybody's on base, they're guaranteed to score. But baseball says you have to cross the plate one at a time, and you can't cross over somebody else. So I guess you have to honor that rule, even though I think it's stupid.
Okay, yeah,
with a home run situation.
So Turner was on base, and then he thought the ball was caught. So as he was going back to first base, Bellinger and him passed. That, like you said. So this cleaning it up. But I remember when I was in Little League, that happened. Like where someone hit a inside the park home run. And I remember being on second base, and man, that dude was so fast. He was on my ass, practically pushing me. He's like, "Come on, keep running, Steve." I'm like, "I'm trying. I can't do this," because he knew he couldn't pass me, but he needed me to score before he could score.
Yeah, I mean, and sometimes some fast players end up getting caught in rundowns and being thrown out. I've seen that in big league games because they just don't know the speed of the dudes in front of them. And as fast as you are, you have got to know that, man, don't get caught in no man's land because you got a slow runner at, at second who, is not going to get home in time for you to get home. It's an interesting rule and bizarre that it happens in a big league scale like that somebody wasn't paying attention and they just thought, oh, okay. But sometimes that happens. You don't pay attention. You don't know where the ball is. But that's the first base coach's job to go, dude, it's a home run. Get out of here.
Yeah.
Unless the first base coach was confused too.
And that just seems like a Seattle Mariners blunder. I mean, I'm very disappointed that the Dodgers.
You say what you want. Look,
hey, we're first place, baby.
You're usually the one that looks at a team that doesn't really have a lot of talent and say, hey, guess what, man? They're going all the way. I think, CS Rise is a really good moniker for the Mariners because, man, they got stuff. Yeah, maybe their pitching is going to be their problem overall as we get going, but they got some good, solid players that can make up a core team, the position players. I'm excited about this team.
And don't get it twisted, BJ. I did say earlier that they are winning the World Series this year. I continue to keep that trend alive.
Well, I'm actually sort of getting on the bandwagon. Usually I say you're crazy, but I'm the one kind of saying I like this team a lot. I really, really dig the youth movement, and we might start seeing some dividends pay, and I think they're going to surprise a lot of people, and if they don't win, they're surely going to make it difficult for people who are trying to win.
It was cool seeing fans. I mean, when they first panned out and you see people in the crowd, I don't know, I didn't get goosebumps or anything like that. It wasn't but it was still a cool moment. Okay, it's starting to feel a little bit less weird. You know what I mean? Having fans at a sporting event. Hopefully come football season, we'll see a packed, CenturyLink Field.
Yeah, dude, if people just do what they got to do, that, if we can just be patient, you're right, Steve. People still got to do what we got to do. We're making great progress, but some people are going, they're just, you know what? They're thinking we're better than we are. Just be cool if we can. But you're right, Steve. It would be great if all that turns into a scenario where, like, in September and October, you can see a ton of people, at CenturyLink. That'd be great.
Anyone planning on going to a Mariners game? Hoping to?
I hope so. I really wish that I could have gone this weekend.
Yeah.
I logged on too late to check out the opening day tickets, and they were also
the seating chart. The way they're doing it is pretty cool. The way they're separating people,
super awesome.
They made me feel a lot better about what it looks like inside of a stadium, because some of the football games I saw, I thought, no, I'm not going there. When I watched like some of the Chiefs games and stuff, I was just like, that's just. But the Mariners really, it is pretty amazing. Like you'll see two people, and there are rows to the left, right, north, and south of them that there's nobody around them. And I think, okay, they are really taking this seriously. Even though if you have two in your party, they're only going to put you there, and that's it. It doesn't. You could have more in your party, but that's great, same household or whatever. But they are not like squeezing households closer than. I like that. So it's possible, Steve. It's very, very possible.
Danny, if you go, you should bring your cardboard cutout of yourself.
Oh my gosh, I should.
Right? And you can sit with you. Why wouldn't they? It's not food. They say they can't bring food in, but unless you plan on eating yourself.
Well, no, I was just saying it could be a projectile or something. I don't want them to take it. I wouldn't want to lose it. That's the only reason that I'm worried.
Just make sure it doesn't get drunk and inappropriate, and you won't have it escorted out of the game.
He did all last year. I mean, that's all. He drank a lot of beer.
That would be really funny, Steve. I think that's a great idea if Danny could be sitting next to Danny.
Right? And they go into the crowd, and there's you and Danny. You can bring Tatum with you if you want. She's been wanting to go to a game this year. She was a season ticket holder last year, so.
Yeah.
Hey, babe, we're going to go to a Mariners game, but you have to hold my cardboard cutout the entire time. Is that cool?
Oh, and I forgot, it's Lumen Field. Thank you for the correction, texters.
Right, it is. And Lumen Field is the football stadium.
Yes.
T-Mobile Park is where we got to. Gosh, dude, I'm telling you, there's so many name changes I can't remember.
Why can't they just go with something simple like the Climate Pledge Arena?
Yeah, you're right. That one, yeah.
Green
right.
AF, Steve. Get it right.
That's right. Still the best name of any ballpark in this town is Funko Field.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I can't wait to go to one and take my little brother.
Oh, because it's in Everett.
It's in Everett. It's really close by. And they, little frog. That's part of my childhood. Have you heard of Funko Field, Danny?
Yes.
You need to go. I think you'll really enjoy it.
I was there before it was Funko Field, but the Aqua Sox, they have some great merchandise.
Oh, yeah, they do.
Yeah, I think I got one of I got a frog jersey somewhere around the house. It's pretty awesome.
Right.
206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. It's listeners on the loose. You pick the topic. You guide the show.
Somebody just texted in. Okay, what is the only condiment that you will use to eat onion rings?
Oh, interesting.
I think
there used to only be ketchup, but boy, people have changed the game. A lot of folks have come up with a Thousand Islandies sort of, but their own version.
I was thinking like Thousand Islands or ranch.
Ranch, 100%.
Oh, you don't do ketchup? Ketchup is, to me, it was always a staple of onion rings for the longest time.
No, with onion rings, you got to go with the barbecue sauce.
No.
I've never had it with barbecue sauce.
It's good. Burger King has I think it's like a rodeo burger or something like that. It's a flame broiled burger with an onion ring and barbecue sauce. It's fantastic.
Well, that's the thing. The sweetness of the Thousand Island, the ketchup or the barbecue. I mean, either way, I would not argue with that. I'd like to. But you know what? I won't argue with that. Nice. You know what the heck? It's the weekend.
What about aioli? You guys like aioli?
I do.
Oh, that could be good. Sometimes I'll throw that on my fishy kind of stuff, like like fish and chips.
I don't like aioli, man. It's okay.
Okay, get out.
I always get disappointed because I'll be like, "Can I get some ranch?" And like, "We're sorry, we only have aioli." And I just feel like it's like I associate aioli as being like highfalutin, fancy ass crap.
Yeah, it is fancy.
Yeah, but you know what, dude? Now that you're on the 253 magazine, you've got you're the cover band. You have to be aioli now. You represent all the 253
Lifestyle magazine. We keep it real in the 253.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah, it's the 206 magazine.
I mean, I'm going to
fancy.
I'm going to say this right now, and you're not going to like this, but that cover could easily be on the 425 magazine. Okay, that's a swell view. You've got some swell view looking pictures in your thing. Just saying, you guys look like a really good couple that's made it in life. And, you're not this. So I think you could rock the aioli as opposed to, I feel like you're Jenny from the block, but maybe you haven't forgot the rocks that you got. You know what I'm saying? That's
no,
what
I
think
actually
you look like.
don't, and I don't want to know what you're saying.
I don't either.
Well, Jenny wants people to think she's real, but it's like, Jenny, how real are you?
Thank you for breaking down a Jennifer Lopez song for us.
See, now you got him explaining.
But I think
I don't need you Lopez explaining me.
You're aioli ready, buddy.
Oh, someone says blue cheese with the onion rings all the way, baby.
Oh, I don't think I've tried blue cheese with onion rings. I mean, it feels like it's got to have chicken in there somewhere for me to put blue cheese on a batter fried product.
What about onion rings? Tartar sauce and only tartar sauce.
With onion rings?
Yeah.
Huh.
Not feeling that one.
I like it with fish and chips, and I don't know if I need the fish in that batter in order to somehow complement the tartar, but I'm willing to try.
I like tartar and fries, but usually if it's the floppy fries, that's the only time I'll eat.
Like a limp fry?
Yeah. I'll go with the tartar with the limp fry.
So what's the difference then with onion rings? Then if you're willing to do it with fries?
The onion. Like, it just seems weird for me and that and tartar sauce.
Oh.
To be honest, guys, I'm not really a big onion ring fan anyway.
Yeah.
Really?
Like, I don't mind it. Like, there's a sandwich at Joey restaurant. That's the ahi tuna club sandwich. And they put an onion ring on top. That's the only time I actually enjoy an onion ring in general. Like, I would never order onion rings. If somebody got, like, an order of onion rings, I might have one. But that's about it.
Yeah. It's not my go-to. I'm a more of a tater tot person.
Oh, beer battered onion rings are amazing.
Totally are.
Yeah.
I was totally thinking the only time I really get onion rings is when I go to Red Robin and they have the campfire sauce there. That is legit. I don't even know what it is, but it's just magic.
That's right, Vicky. You know what? I totally forgot about the campfire sauce, and you are absolutely right. I put that on everything. I think I actually I have it on my knee right now, and I'm just I mean, it's that campfire sauce is legit.
So it's like, I'm on a diet right now, and you guys are killing me. Can we talk about broccoli or something?
Why?
Yeah, with cheese, especially like Velveeta cheese.
Yeah, it's so good. Batter fried, deep fried broccoli is so good.
Yeah, just no tartar with the broccoli.
I mean, I like my General Tso's chicken, and then sometimes I put little pieces of broccoli in there. That's pretty healthy.
You're absolutely right.
Pretty something.
We got a birthday shout out.
Okay, let's do it.
His birthday's tomorrow, and we love this dude, Shane in Chehalis. He texts in all the time, and it's his birthday tomorrow, and he was hoping he could get a shout out.
Oh, yeah, you sure can.
Happy birthday, Shane!
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday, brother. That's very cool. All right, we have an important thing that needs to be discovered right now. What do Ryan Castle and a riding lawnmower have in common? Oh, I'm going to tell you at 9:51 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW. And now, the Ryan Castle question of the day.
What do Ryan Castle and a riding lawnmower have in common?
Riding me on the freeway is both dangerous and illegal.
Yeah.
I didn't know that it was.
Yeah. Sorry.
I mean, I assume it's illegal, but it's definitely dangerous.
It's so much fun to ride Ryan Castle on the freeway. Come on.
Oh, one texter says Steve holds a beer while riding both.
Yeah. I'm sure that's completely legal.
They both feel good between Steve's legs.
Oh,
that's nice. Wow. I wish I had a riding lawnmower, and I have like a small little patch of grass in my house. I just think that'd be hilarious if I pull out a riding lawnmower, and in like 15 seconds I'm done, and just pull it right back into its garage.
One pass.
Not even. Yeah, I just end up on there, and it's like, all right, I'm good.
Oh, I would watch that YouTube channel, Steve. It's like Steve mowing his lawn. Every week I'd be tuning in for that.
Just close-ups on all my neighbors looking puzzled.
Yeah. Well, there's a 54-year-old gentleman by the name of James in Iowa. He had a riding lawnmower. He decided to go on a burglary spree with it. He used a John Deere riding mower. That was his getaway car, topped out somewhere around 10 miles an hour, and somehow he was really able to get it done. You know, he went to a garage, stole a bunch of stuff inside there, then went to a convenience store, stole a bottle of Absolute vodka, and he made it home. But the cops were able to identify him with surveillance footage. Again, when you're only going 10 miles an hour.
Because he was the guy on the riding mower.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so even though James did get
I like his style, though.
Yeah, he's in jail. Ryan Castle, you know what? He's got a 12-pack, and he didn't steal it. He's bringing it to you.
BJ BJ and Migs play of the day.
I think T-Mobile decided, hey, instead of doing a stupid April Fool's prank, we're donating money to some good causes. So some were doing it. Others was like, screw it. It's time to prank again.
Well, Velveeta came back, man. Velveeta was not going to be stopped.
Does Velveeta have like a track record of pulling pranks? If they do, I don't remember any of that.
I don't think so, but they're really active right now on Twitter. Okay. Whoever they got running their Twitter account's pretty badass.
Some say that person's kind of cheesy, huh?
Oh, yes, absolutely. But the jokes are Gouda.
Wow.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. If I call Travis, will I actually see him or someone who works for him?
Absolutely. When you come in to see my office, when you first call in, my staff will try to help you with any basic questions that you have. I can give you a call back, but they'll usually try to schedule you for a free consultation with me, the attorney, and I'll meet with you personally. We'll talk about the basics of your case, and I'll take you through a question and answer session that an interview that usually lasts about 30 minutes. We'll get the basics of your financial situation. I can answer your questions, and we can talk about whether bankruptcy makes sense, your non-bankruptcy options, and how bankruptcy could affect you, what the process is.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. Thanks for listening.